Okay, we are back with Fire Emblem Three Houses, and we're hopefully going to be able to beat the Immaculate One this time. I spaced everybody out, off screen, just outside of range. The general idea is they're going to be able to, like we have fewer people cramped up here, so they're not going to get in each other's way here. So, she's going to be able to come in from this angle. Well, I guess we're not on the next turn, are we? So we have to wait another turn. But when we do, he could go on the rampart and, well, of course there's the idea that not everybody's even in range yet, so we're not exactly ready to attack. I'm not quite sure how this fits in with the idea of attacking only one square. I guess maybe I haven't entirely given up on the idea of breaking our shields and, keeping them down, because if not, we're just going to have to keep having Byleth break one of them, and then everybody else ganging up on that one part. Well, and the reason that can work is because we have critical hits. Like, when the shield's broken, then we can have her, and him doing some critical hits. Of course, that's a little awkward because he's down here. And the reason I say Byleth is because his Sword of Creator can break through the barriers easily. And I also haven't changed the items up, because he doesn't need that. So we might go dodge, or we might go more of a shield. And I obviously haven't prepared as well as I might have, because if I was really going to be prepared, I'd definitely get rid of that, because we don't need that, and exchange it for, at least a shield. But I was originally thinking of, using Reposition to put him here, and then using Swap to put him there, so he can go right up and actually hit the Immaculate One, but maybe that isn't necessary. The only reason I do that is so he can just... Well, now that I think about it, Fusilade's a ranged attack, so he doesn't really need to be that close. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so... I mean, we could do that to get into the middle part, but the real problem is, as we found out earlier, these guys aren't so accurate. I wonder if their strength affects that. I mean, they're only 15 strong right now. Maybe that affects accuracy. It's now there's only 15 dudes going to strike instead of 45, and 45 people are more likely to hit than 15. I don't think that's how it works, but there is a certain logic to that. But anyway, we gotta start the next turn. We only have so many physics left. 6 isn't too bad, but still got to think about it. Of course, we only have 2 fortifies. It's nice to know that our defense people, at least, are able to take our physical attacks reasonably well. I feel like that's important. I guess he'll self-heal.
I'm awake.
There's part of me that thinks, well, that's such a good battalion move that I really wish we could hit it. Let's see, do we have any more accuracy things in there? I'm not sure if that affects that, but maybe it does. No, I suppose not. Still have a torch. I think there's only one level that needed it, maybe two. Well,
what's my
strategy? Byleth needs items anyway, so we're not quite ready to go yet. Oh. I guess that's how we could open our attack. Just to get a seal broken a bit. I guess we'd have to do that with, well, since he's the one that is in possession of that skill, I need to get him somewhere who can do more damage. Get him to someone who can do more damage. Or give it to Bernadetta. What was I trying to get to? Oh. Let's see, anything else? Maybe we want to give Bernadetta a critical ring instead of accuracy, because maybe she hits her well enough as it is. I guess we can at least have the option. Wait a second. Oh, bother. Oh well. Doesn't exactly have a lot of those left either. Himself. We'll save that. That gives her enough speed where she can use the inexhaustible without dying as a result. That could be worth it. I'm not sure if it is, but we'll have to see in the battle premonition or whatever it's called. Let's see, if she were to go right here, man, I wish she had the dodge ring. But if she were to go here, wait. Man, you'd think Brave would be like really heavy or something. Well, maybe not. It seems like in the past... Oh, this is even better. It seems like in the past, Brave made you slow and like, well, made it so that your dodge was bad. Yeah, well, that might be a waste, but it would put her in attacking range. It seems like that's not really helpful right now. For one thing, if Byleth is going to be our opener, he's going to need to be at least in range over here. He's out of warp, so that's not happening that way. So he kind of has to wait here anyway. So therefore, There's no sense in going in right now. It'll be after after we're ready to put him there. So I guess that goes for everybody else. Let me just recheck everybody's position. Unfortunately, it wasn't executed on screen. But when I had the same kind of a situation against the Death Knight... Oh, that made me nervous. Anyway, against the Death Knight, at least I had a plan that I thought was good to... Okay, so there's that. There's that at least. Okay. That poison arrows will be useful if we can manage to, you know, if we can manage to break all of these, which is more likely to happen if. Alright, well I think I'm ready to move in, so if she does use that, then, you know, she's not going to get countered anyway. So if we use, okay, now it's 60, so at least it's more likely to hit. Alright, are we ready? Instead of Anna being there, I guess it may as well be him. Let's see, what's his move? 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that works. Okay, so you don't use no magic. Her people are still good, so he can use his blaze. That would be very powerful if we can pull it off. Just look at the premonition. I don't think we can do anything about her speed. I don't think there's a reason for her to go in. Her people are already down, so... Well, on the other hand, the way she attacks, I mean... Might be good for her to go in close, so that she's further spaces away, so she can run away better. But I guess that would work. She has 9, so she can go 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. She'd have plenty of move. So maybe we could actually just put her here, so she can go... But, you know, that relies on us wanting to use Killer Lance, because that's her only close range move, and there's no reason for that. Just take a look. He doesn't do too much damage to her. It's even less than half, and then no chance of critting. Well, I was considering doing Retribution on Bernie, and then, like, so C stands here, he uses... Well, actually, does that not... Maybe that doesn't work with something like Core Frost, because it's one of those kinds of moves, so yeah, I guess that wouldn't work, would it? Okay, so I guess it's good we didn't even try. goes after him, his gambit is gone, but it wasn't that accurate anyway, so not really a loss. Take a look here. Maybe C should have the thing that raises your magical range. Fortify. Oh wait. Oh. Okay, 11. Huh. Yeah, so it wouldn't be enough to get Byleth, who's going to be, like, not quite close enough. Of course, I guess he could move a couple spaces and do it, because he could probably safely do that and not die for it. Now that I think about it, I guess he has a gambit that we might, without we want to use, doesn't see. As long as he leaves far enough away where she can run away. Only one use. Now if this doesn't work, I probably will, rather than have people on the sides, to have everybody almost completely convalesced. I don't think that's a word, but convened on like where they can get to the 3 spaces here, so maybe they'll have someone on this side to try to break the seal, and Byleth will try to break the seal on this side. So from 2 sides, they'll be attacking her only weak spot. But I'm still, I guess I'm still trying to find a way to break all her shields, because that would be a huge boost. Oh, what's her range again? 5. Okay, well by definition, if she goes 5 in, she can go 5 back. So I guess we'll go here. No. So part of me that wonders that if all things are even, she automatically goes for Byleth. Wait, maybe she's going for, oh, okay, so she is going for him.
Dying would defeat the purpose.
I'll back you up.
Let's shake this up.
Originally I was going to open with Byleth, but I figured if this can hit, which it did this time, that would... Yeah, we might be able to pull this off. Who else has a big one? Her?
I'll help you with that.
She's pretty... Wow, I didn't know you could do 4.
I'm getting my hands dirty.
Okay, we might be able to pull this off. Yeah, I think we can do it. Wow.
Rhea, how tragic. But there is no time to waste. She must be stopped. Allow me. And now!
Well, alright, this is working better than I could have ever hoped. Wow, 10 Umbral Steels. On the one hand, that's not impressive because it's the same item we've always been getting. But on the other hand, It's 10 of them at least. Alright, well, you might want to gambit again to take her attention away from those two. But we'll do that after we do some attacking. Actually, let's attack with people who would normally be weak. Well, just 6% chance of critting. Guess that's better than nothing. And it's an end
This
game.
is me paying you back. No matter what, I'll stop Lady Rhea. I do what I have to.
Wow.
Yeah! Yeah!
Alright, now let's do someone with a low attack and low crit rate. I guess it could be anything, couldn't it, except the sword. Wait, did he... How much experience did he just gain there? Catherine. There's one down. Well, let's see what Byleth can do with his Sword of Creator. And that's 42 with a 34, and that's 48 with a 14, so I think this is preferable when it comes down to it, but I think we maybe want to try other things first. Oh, she doesn't have she doesn't have any crit? I didn't think she'd have none. Okay. I guess we didn't use those poison arrows. Maybe we want to. I can't think there's anything better than that. Yeah. Ooh, no crit. Doesn't have gambits, of course. Not a one. Well, I guess in some sense that's just as well. Let's see with Miracle well, there's a chance he would Miracle anyway.
This could be crucial. I've got it!
Oh, right. She has yet another health bar besides... I was thinking in terms of what would normally be the case. But again, he still has people. Oh, no he doesn't. That's weird how it goes down at 23, then go back up to 24. Is there significance to that? I don't know. Oops. That's 24:14. That's 42:34. I think that's the same stat as if he's over here. Yeah. There's no sense in getting caught up in the attack meant for Bernie.
Prepare yourself.
Nice. I wonder if that's something that always activates on this fight, because it's like thematic. 'Cause, I mean, his Crest of Flame just so happens to activate. I don't know about that one. Okay, so what's gonna happen? He's gonna get Vantage. Okay, no big deal. Kind of. Yeah, that does 40. Well, the maximum output would be like 60, but that relies on a crit, so... and it's not so likely right now. So I think I might just do a regular attack.
Yeah!
Yeah, these guys get a lot of levels just for one attack that doesn't kill. I guess that's what happens with this enemy. Okay, that's 28, 24, 22. Oh, wait. Never mind.
I will inherit the pride of Nabatea. Rest in peace by Sothis' side.
What is Nabate? Well, I'm glad I didn't give up the idea of breaking her shield, because this has proven most effective. Oh, so you didn't attack at all. Well, that's fascinating. Ooh, 5% crit rate. That's 4134. Okay. Oh, right. You would get nothing for that. There's a good chance we crit this. She's only got a 60% hit rate, too. For that matter, I'm not sure I equipped the right ring with him. Ooh, poison. I forgot about that. Evasion. I guess so. So. Oh, right, he didn't I guess he wasn't going to strike 4 times. Oof. Wow, look at that. So he'd have 1 HP left. So I guess he has a lot higher resistance than attack, or rather defense. Kick his ass, Anna. Her, rather.
I sell first aid kits. Yeah! You will pay. Ah!
Ooh, go Anna. Huh, that's interesting. I would have thought, well, actually, Anna, because she was tanking those people that one time, and it seems like she was doing a lot of kills with that. But I definitely wasn't expecting Bernie. I guess that was the top left part of her body
Rhea,
growing.
Please!
You are here, Mother.
What? What? I don't know how obvious it is, but I took the headset off because to take it all in. So I guess we're saving here.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. Rhea's wild rampage was put to an end, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. The Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance, all political structures that had once shaped the continent, were gone. A unified nation began to take shape under the watchful eye of the Church of Seiros. The Church's new leader became a champion of the people, working tirelessly to help them overcome the horrors of war and to carve out a path towards reconstruction. Just as Saint Seiros tended to those who suffered in wars of the past, Fodlan's new ruler embraced their role as mother of all life and arbiter of every soul.
How did you know I was here? You know me too well. That's exactly what I was about to do. Once I got to thinking about the war being over, a lot of my old fears started to return. I'm afraid to go home. Afraid to see my parents. I don't know what to do. Please help me. Wait, where are we going? Don't make me go! The Goddess Tower? What are we doing here? This is it. We're all alone. The perfect time. You're going to kill me, aren't you?
With kindness.
All right, I've made my peace, and for what it's worth, I'm glad it's... Wait, you wouldn't? Of course you wouldn't. I'm not even worth killing, am I? I knew it all along. I'll go lock myself away now. What did you just say? Is that a ring? Well, this is, what kind of ring is this? When a man gives a woman a ring, it usually only means... Is that what this means? I don't know what to say. I accept. Of course I accept. This means I'll be able to shut myself away in peace again. You can go off doing your hero things, and I'll hold down the fort. No, come on, please. You just won't let me off the hook, will you? In that case, I have a favor to ask. There's a reason I've been able to cope with going out of the monastery so much. It's because I've been with you. I'll never completely get over my anxiety, or my fear of strangers, or my compulsive need to run and hide. So whenever you tell me to go outside, I want you to come with me. Wherever we go, whatever we do, I want us to be together. Always.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Because when I'm with you, I feel... Wait, did you agree? You mean it? You're the greatest! I love you so much! We're going to be so happy together!
So, do we get the credits now? Oh, okay. Oh, battle data. Classic Fire Emblem. Wasn't that fun when Dimitri was able to be MVP? Oh, look at how young they are. Except for Byleth, he's the same. Caspar really doesn't look different, though, either. Edelgard. That's going to happen a lot, I think. Hubert. Can you hold down air to speed it up? Yeah, you can. Well, I guess I want to pay attention to the turn count. That's kind of interesting, I guess. But on the other hand, since this is recorded, you can go back and look at them at any time, right? King without a kingdom. $14, $18, $22. Leone, Bernadetta. Was he the MVP in the one before that, too? Don't really remember. Dun-dun-dun. Ooh, right, this thing. Really? I guess I should read it out loud. 0 battles, 0 victories. Son of the Knights, Alois. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of captain of the Knights of Saros. In this capacity, he was much beloved, and the Knights became unified. and under his command, it was said that the accomplishments during the tenure were beyond even that of Gerald's troops had achieved. I doubt that. Maybe he wasn't there that long. World artist, Ignatz. After returning home, Ignatz persuaded his family that he should become a painter. He traveled through Fodlan and painted beautiful landscapes, culture, scenic style, blah blah blah. Ooh, I hope that doesn't, like, skip the whole thing. Oh wait, is it on, like, auto? Oh, I see. Oh, Divine Songstress. Manuela left Garrick Mock to build her own academy in a small war-torn town, heavily into rebuilding efforts while teaching future generations the necessary skills of survival. Though she never married or had children of her own, she spent the last years of her life happily devoted to her students. No surprise there. Though Fodlan had changed, Hanneman's goals remained unwavering to determine the work. Sorry. It's just so inspiring, the fireman theme. So cool. Okay, you did crest stuff. Yeah, oh, I get it. Distant archer in more than one way. Ha 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 ha. Shortly after the war, Samara gave up on mercenary life and disappeared. Those who have never heard from again. The was role persistent for years if a master archer turned thief who lined her pocket, taking out all who preyed upon the innocent. Anna's business savvy proved to be a great asset at the post-war reconstruction of Garrick Mock. Once the restoration was complete, she disappeared from the area entirely, though tales of the mysterious merchants were passed down in every corner of the world for centuries to come, even to this day, eternally paddling her wares, and ever in search of the next lucrative stuff. Unable to serve Rhea any longer, Cyril nearly left the church. He was persuaded to say, however, to assist in rebuilding the monastery he had helped maintain. Thanks to devoted work ethic, the officer of the academy was building a few years later through the new students their perception all Cyril found so much. Okay. So he became a student, even though I'm not sure what else there was for him to learn, at least for battle. Well, I guess there's plenty. Disappeared soon after the war, and over the time. Wait a second. And over time, it was all but forgotten that she ever existed. Many young women resurfaced in a quickly transformed Fodlan. When she looked to the man who stood beside her, to call him father. Right. Because it'd be weird if she was just there forever, so I guess they have to do that, like, Collins. The Bladebreaker 2. Leone joined up with the mercenaries formerly led by Gerald. As his greatest apprentice, she quickly took on a leadership role and eventually inherited the title of Bladebreaker. She came to know Gerald II and began to resemble in all things drinking habits. Really? That's not her at all. She's, like, really responsible and frugal. Who came up with that line? The monastery worked to restore the authority of the Church of Ceres, doing away with his old strictness, tolerance toward all, his encouragement of believers to respect those of other faiths, help find common ground with others. Yeah, but what other beliefs? They don't really go into much religion other than the one, displayed here. After the war, Casper set along alone to self-discovery, traveled every corner of Fodlan, and even ventured abroad now and again. It is said that he got into mischief of every turn, but that the victims of antics was more assumed. Wait. Oh. Maybe I should just skip it so that I can read it at my own pace. Then again, we're pretty much almost done. Instigator. Amused, then harmed or offended. Resembling fondly. Remember. Okay. I guess he's a prankster. Wait, what? Petra returned to her homeland of Brigid and inherited the throne of her grandfather. Fodland. Hold on a second. I thought, it was all one unified country. So basically an empire. So is it one unified nation or is it not? Diplomatic immunity. Industrial practices that were modeled on those of Fodlan, vastly improving Fodlan's economy. This rapid development surprised those abroad until it was discovered that the improvements came thanks to the counsel of Petra's husband, Lindhart. I guess they married. Oh, yeah, I guess since you can't support people, do they just... How does that work? Is it just like, you know, canon? There's like canon marriages or whatever? But left Fodlan to offer Bridget his talents and insight. Said that the couple had an affectionate relationship and they raised many happy children together. Maybe it's the people who got their A support first? I don't know. After officially becoming the new Duke Aeger, Ferdinand set about reforming his territory. Thanks to the wisdom of his wife Dorothea, Ferdinand's policies were of massive benefit to the common folk and brought about a swift recovery. In recognition of this achievement, he was called upon to help govern Fodlan at large. Though the work of reforming the entire nation kept him very busy, he always managed to find time for Dorothea. It is said that their children filled their loving household with beautiful music ever after. She has more victories and more battles, but not by a lot. They're about even, I guess. After ascending to the throne as the first leader of the United Kingdom, Bernadetta, many were concerned that the new leader of House of Arley... Hold on. Many were concerned that the new leader of House of Arley would do little more than hide, but see in fact follow the new king wherever he went and provided him with constant counsel. She never did overcome her shyness, however, and they said that aspiring admirers who frightened her were quickly turned away. Because the ones she liked performed well in their service to the people, is widely believed to have a discerning eye. So I guess that's at least the main story of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Well, the main game. This particular the path. Yamagami. Oh, Genki. Interesting. Okay, enough reading Japanese names. Okay, one more. Yamanaka. Wait, who's... that's interesting. It's gonna be hard to talk if somebody else is singing. Well, I guess it's in my mind, I always, you see the opening cutscene, and at least to me, it seems like those characters are gonna, be involved in the story, but I guess it's just history, like you can see the cutscene and its history, but it never shows up, at least not on this path, but I'd assume that they wouldn't. Like, when I play Heroes, and you see that one character with the purple hair who has a Londite and the other one that's Ike's, I assumed that, even though she came from history, like, she was like immortal or something, hence why she was playable. So apparently, I guess that's one reason why I thought Saros would, and the other dude would like come back into the story somehow. Because, you wouldn't have playable characters that are just a part of the history of the game. But I guess that's not the case. So, there are a couple other perceptions I had. For some reason, it seems like apparently there isn't a playable Manakee. You'd think if there was, it could be like, well, Flane's who would be typical of that role, because she's like the cute girl, but then that's, an interesting contrast because they transform into a big dragon. So if there was going to be one, well, I thought it would have been Edelgard. I made one of the titles was Fallen Rhea, because it's kind of a reference to the fact, well, fallen units like, Ike and, that in Fire Emblem Heroes. So, and since Fallen Edelgard came out recently, there's kind of parallels in that regard, especially since I presume they're both final bosses, just on different routes. The other assumption on that note was that there's always 25 chapters. So I thought there must be more after, all that, but obviously that's not the case. 25 main chapters. But, that's understandable since there are, 4 different stories. So, even if there are a couple fewer chapters, there's still a ton of content. Although I assume they reuse maps, but, actually, I guess you would probably fight the Empire in both the Kingdom and Alliance routes. And the only time you go and fight the Kingdom or the Alliance is if you're in the Empire. But otherwise, I guess Edelgard could be the final boss of 2 other routes, although I'm not sure if that's quite how it works. Why did they even bother with Flame Emperor? I mean, it's not like Flame Emperor was an actual person. I mean, and she was revealed to be that reasonably early on in the game. Well, whatever. Constance? Who's Constance? Guri?
Never give in to the call of yesterday. Memories that made those
2-5. What's a 2-5? I guess the studio. Op and Ed theme songs. Caro. Takatsu Yoshida being. There's the English cast. I'm just taking interest in the names. Maybe are those like the DLC characters? Maybe, because apparently what the DLC is, it's like I don't know. Well, I'll probably actually do the DLC, but not for a long time, because this already went on pretty long as it is. Cup of Tea Productions Incorporated. Seems a little not redundant technically, but you'd think you wouldn't have Productions and Incorporated. Those are both sort of businessy words that make it seem kind of redundant to me. Well, anyway, I guess something interesting. I mean, one of my favorite aspects of LPs is seeing people's reactions to things, like their honest rawness. But I kind of laid back. That's not quite the word, but it seems like I kind of hold back because on a lot of my reactions, subdued is the word. That's what I'm looking for. Because it's like, there are pretty dramatic things that happen, but I either just kind of go, or even make a joke about it. But, I like the drama of all the things that happen, like, Edelgard and Byleth meeting at the not the place at the church again after the 5 years. That was a very dramatic scene, and it affected me emotionally. But that almost makes it sound too strong. But it's just kind of weird how I tend to play things down a bit. Whereas when I play a game normally, then I might have those reactions, but they're just in my head. I don't know how many people, like you see there, they react very strongly to things. And I don't know, when they're being recorded. And I wonder if, they wouldn't necessarily do that, except they're trying to express what's in their head, on the outer, outside of their bodies, because that's why they're there, for you to see that reaction. But otherwise, maybe they'd keep it in their head. Maybe that's something that I need to not figure out necessarily, because when you overdo it, it's kind of annoying. But, well, it does kind of make me appreciate, maybe that's just a part of the art form or something. Like, yeah, maybe you wouldn't normally have a big reaction like that, but on the other hand, you're kind of doing a performance in a way. So even if you normally would have that reaction but keep it in your head, maybe you're allowing yourself to, kind of let it out. Although, I do think some people maybe overdo it a bit. Of course, I'm mostly thinking of reaction videos for that. Like, that's where it can get really annoying. Now, in terms of Let's Playing, people can sometimes get vocalized a lot, but not too much, at least not from what I watch, which is mostly the TRG circle, which you could call, like, Tugga and Protons on, and, well, the TRG, but then the people around them, like Lucadzen and Tom and Missay and stuff. And, they have reactions, but not really over the top, except maybe Tugga. In the actual LPs. Now, when they're collabing, then Zahn can get really loud. But I guess so. What I was trying to get at was, kind of worry. What's interesting, at the very least, that, well, I kind of disappoint myself a bit in that I'm not more open with, what I'm really thinking about things. Instead, I just kind of stay quiet about some of the more drama parts. I guess pressing the A button doesn't... I'm starting to think it's getting into the part of the credits that we don't really need to see. But, okay, I guess you can skip it. So it's like, it's good to appreciate the credits, but when you start getting into other people's, credits, then you wonder, maybe you don't really need to see this, because, I'm not appreciating Kim Sunil for, I don't know what that is, if it's translation or voice work. I don't think it's voice work. I think they only covered the voice work with the Japanese and English, unless they're going to get to the other European. If they get to I think these are just kind of brief summaries of the other places. But if they get into, like, the voice work of all these things, or maybe Julio Manzada Medina, he was Byleth, or, well, that's just Chinese simplified and traditional, so I guess they're specifically talking about the language and not just, like, technical. Well, it's a special thing, so it's at the end anyway. I guess. Yeah, they're getting into the producers now, so it's the end. So, like I said, we'll probably do the DLC later, assuming that it actually works like that. I'm not sure how it does work. Like, if I start this file up again, are you going to be back at the church? Or can you only just watch the credits again from this file? Do you have, like, a creature campaign? Okay, so I don't know if this is going to end, or if you have to end it yourself. When you have this... Oh, okay, so now you can save. Oh. Do you want to save cleared game... save cleared game data? If you intend to play previous days. Okay, well, I guess I'll save it here. And then I also want to do... So I saved right here before the path splits. I think I'll do that too, but that will be like even further into the future. And then maybe do the other routes, as long as they aren't more complicated, like this path split more. But, okay, so I'll save here. So that, well, if this save file is right there, and all you can do is access the credits, then it's kind of pointless, but I'll still save here. Yeah. Was Sothis always there? Is that something that only happens when... Okay, so what exactly is this side story? How the side story plays. The side story differs from the main game. A growth unit will level up, but skill levels will not increase. Classes. Units can change class, but cannot gain new certifications. Gold and ore, only the sort of creator appears when you explore. Okay, well, I might look into that another time. And then there's extras. I think the side story is, it's not post-game, it's supposed to play parallel to the regular game. Actually, I think I might have heard that there are 7 chapters in the side story, so that's pretty doable, if that is something. I guess my only concern is, you know, should I have just done that, you know, throughout the... Well, since I don't know how it works, if it's more like post-game, but... or not, but if it's like, if it's parallel to the story, then in theory you ought to do it in the middle of playing the game, but I wasn't sure how it works, so I think we probably will cover that. If it is if it is 7 chapters, maybe we will do that right away, and not a lot later, but probably not, like, really right away, maybe after Donkey Kong Country 2. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do next. But to summarize, I kind of wish I was a little more expressive, but or rather, not expressive exactly. Well, I guess expressive. Honest, maybe another. Well, not honest. Anyway, so that's it for. What happens if you continue? That's 21, and that's cleared game data. Okay, you can carry your data to New Game Plus. You can carry your endgame data over into New Game Plus. Endgame saves in New Game Plus saves are indicated by a Sothis mark. In New Game Plus, you retain your renown and hired battalions, as well as your SOPs and Saint statue levels. Journal to spend renown to unlock professor levels, support levels, skill levels, combat art abilities gained from mastering this. Use the unit appearance option to choose your That's a little weird. Oh. Alright, so, I don't know. I guess we'll probably do something later. Donkey Kong Country 2, that is. So, I probably won't start working on that until the end of until the beginning of the next month. So, since me will have a little break, you know, insofar as it's hard work or anything. Because it's the 25th now, so, you know, have a little time to catch up on, like, you know, because, you know, they're hour-long videos and they come out every day. I'm surprised as many people as 30, you know, actually watch about every time. Like, that's really the most surprising, that there's not a lot more drop-off. I mean, maybe people just click on it and then go away, and they're actually just... that's interesting in its own right. But I'm I guess I'm hesitant to end it because it's been so long. It's like, oh, it's ended. We've been here so long. But let's just say that's the last main episode, and then if there's anything else, it'll be considered bonus, not like part 30 or 140 or something. Okay, so see you in the next one. Bye. Even though the next one is not necessarily consistent. Like, it might be side story, it might be Donkey Kong. But whatever the next one is, we'll see you then.